ball, no good. However, the big sophomore gets the board and lays it back in. That's number 32, RJ McPartland. Shamrocks now have an 8-point lead. There's a deep ball. I'm not sure who that was intended for, but it's going to go back to the Shamrocks. The Shamrocks finally, I talked about how they are known for their defense coming into this ball game, or coming into this tournament. They really haven't showed that because they've let up a lot of points, but like I said, putting a chip on their shoulder, really playing with the fire in their eyes on the defensive side of the ball today. Here's Thomas, it's Croak. Croak around the horn. Breland calling for the ball in the corner. They're going to get it to him. Breland now, 3-ball, it's up, no good. Croak tries to get a board, but it's going to go back to the Indians. And Ryan, since the viewers are just joining us, tell us about how this game has gone so far and why the Indians are down 8 right now.
Oh, it's just mostly been the St. Patrick's offense. They've been very strong. They've had a couple of 3-pointers, and they just got an early lead. And Minooka has just not been able to keep up with it.
Yeah, so it's 17-9, the Shamrocks lead. As Minooka breaks the press, it's pickpocketed, and here come the Shamrocks down the floor. Croak pulls a 3-pointer, we know he can shoot.
Bang.
There it is, bang, bang, bang. It's now 20-9, Shamrocks lead.
I don't think I've ever seen this many 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Here's Hampton, kicks it out. 3-ball is up, and that looks good, but it's going to go off the back rim. Hampton's there for the board, lays it up, no good. Goes back to Hampton, now he's going to lay it for third time's the charge, he got it, plus the foul.
He's definitely utilizing his height on that one.
So now
getting both rebounds.
Now 20-11. Indians down 9. Hampton has a chance to cut this lead down to 8. Right as the Shamrocks start to dominate, seems like Minooka may have found something here. See if he can knock down this free throw. And he got it. So 20-12. 8-point game here in the Campbell Gym. Here's Thomas trying to break the press. It's Croak. Finally get it across the timeline, and here's Thomas now working on his man. Croak hits. Now we're back around the horn. There's Breland, he drives, lays it up. That was kind of a really forced shot. Breland goes down, hopefully he's all right, looks like he is. Here come the Indians with a chance to cut this lead even more. Hampton launches a 3, no good. He gets his own rebound, making every dad proud there, fouling his shot. That's what everyone says to do. When you're younger, I know I've been told that many times throughout my basketball career.
I've definitely been told the same by my dad.
And here's a big inbounds play and a big possession for the Indians. They really want to start getting on back into this ball game. I mean, they've had a little bit of momentum here. It's Jordan Freeman now directing traffic at the top. Zane Caves now has it. Caves back around the horn. Thought about a 3. Travel, he walked. So 20-12, still 45 seconds remaining in this first quarter. This has felt like a long first quarter, hasn't it, Ryan?
Definitely has.
A lot of stoppage with the constant turnovers and a lot of 3-point makes, which also don't take much time here. As Thomas launches a 3. Not in. He gets his own board. They find the big man down low. That's going to be number 42, Caleb Videskis.
St. Pax looks to have a lot of height out here on the court.
9 seconds remain. Shot clock not in play. They got to get it across the timeline. They don't. Here goes Croak. He lays it up and in. 2 seconds remain, and that's going to be it for the first quarter. 24-12, your Shamrocks leading. You're watching York Sports Network. Hello, everyone, and welcome back from the break. So the Shamrocks have double the points Minooka has right currently here. Start of the second period coming your way.
We've just been seeing St. Pat's out there in the three-point line, just getting a lot of threes.
And this is what I was talking about. St. Pat's has that offense to hang with any team. However, their defense has been a different story so far in this tournament. They really got to keep that defense going. Thomas flips a floater up and in. Now a 14-point ball game here. Wow, great layup. Indians find Hamilton. Here goes Hamilton. He drives, kicks it. Hampton looking for his shot. Steps in. He traveled. That's another turnover for the Indians.
A.J. Thomas, usually considered the number 2 guy on the team, but today he's showing us that he's the number 1. Trying to get his spot.
There goes Thomas to the rim, lays it up, and gets fouled. So he'll go to the line for a pair and a chance to make this a 16-point lead if knocking down both. I'd like to highlight that 3 out of the 5 starters right now are on the bench for Pats, yet they're still up 14. Really shows you can trust anyone on this roster.
Very, how do you say, like, dense roster?
Very deep.
Very deep. Yeah, they got the depth. That's the word I was looking for.
It's all right. Right. Thomas is gonna miss the second here. Thomas actually had 9 points here in the first quarter or first half, so that's 1/3 of Pat's total.
Unable to get double digits right there, though.
Hamilton drives, puts it up and in. That's the guy that they're gonna need. Not sure why he didn't start today. It's definitely one of the key factors for this Minooka team. So 27-14 here. As Thomas puts his head down, lays it up, and in for an and one, but wait, they get a travel call first. So that will not count. Here come the Indians breaking the press. Still can't get it over the timeline, and they finally get it in here. They're gonna reset the offense. They don't wanna rush. They wanna get the best look possible after a 4-point swing here. They find Hamilton. Now a 6-point swing and a chance to make it an 8. So it's an 11-point game. Maybe Minooka has found one of their leading scorers here in Hamilton. He's starting to cook a little bit off the bench. With that, we're going to take a quick break. 26-12, Shamrocks leading. Don't go anywhere. You're watching York Sports Network. Everyone, and welcome back. Croak and Breland back in for the Shamrocks. They want to make sure they got their best guys out there right now with all the momentum Minooka has taken back here. It's Breland slowly, and Croak, they're going to break the press here. Back to Breland. Back to Croak in the corner. Croak drives, kicks. Here's Breland, that's his shot, the three, but it's going to be an air ball. It's going to go back to the Indians.
Breland's usually their #1 player out here on the court.
Finally get it across the timeline. Here's Bisbee driving. He's going to let it go out of bounds. He took a hit against the floor. Hopefully he's not too shaken up. Seems to be all right. Now the Indians will go back to that 1-2-2 trap here. Finally get it across the timeline here. Just going around the horn with a little bit of a 5-out offense look here. Mainly passing, cutting, and setting screens up the middle. Bread and butter of basketball there. Just going back to the fundamentals. Shot clock down to 7 seconds. Here's Breland. Someone's got to take the shot. They didn't get it off in time. Just being too generous with the basketball there.
They did get it in, though. It shows that. Never mind.
So the Indians gonna break the press here.
A little jump.
Hampton kicks, gets it back. Breland pokes it away, but it belongs back to Minooka.
Long pass.
Ooh, steps into the three, not gonna take it. He's now directing traffic up top. They get it back to him. Hampton drives, kicks, shot clock down to 8 seconds, down to 7. Here's a three ball, no good. But guess who's got it? Hamilton, who lays it up, no good. He tips it back to himself. Put it back up, big fella, and he will, but they're gonna get a block. So he'll go to the charity stripe for 2. Now checking in McPartland, the young sophomore center for the Shamrocks, as well as Thomas. Last year in this Jack Tosh tournament, these Minooka Indians, they were led by Preston Van Pelt, their best player. I had a few opportunities to call some of those games. He was a really fun player to watch. We know he almost led them to beat the very good Glumbard West Hilltoppers last year in that tournament. They lost him. It's a big loss for them, but he was one heck of a player for this Indian squad.
Yeah, Minooka has a very new team. A lot of players who never played varsity before.
Here's Breland, steps into a three, knocks it down. There he is, E.J. Breland, the sharp.
Up to 8 points, E.J. Breland.
Here's Bisbee, coast to coast lays. No, he gets the ball tipped off of him instead. Went up for a layup, but McPartland swatted that off his foot. Now Coach Bailey making some adjustments here on defense. Looks like they're going to a 2-3. Now switching back to the 1-2-2 trap right as they get it in, as Hampton launches a three and knocks it down. So now 30-20 here. McPartland. Ooh, they got a block. I'm not sure. That looked like a charge to me from here. And there looks like we got a foul on Hampton, and McPartland will go to the line for a pair of free throws here. McPartland, the only underclassman playing right now for the Shamrocks as he airballs the first one.
Fun fact about St. Pat's, their coach is only over 500 wins.
This St. Pat's team, a lot of young guys playing, or actually only Breland and McPartland, the only two guys not seniors on the floor right now. So Breland still has a senior year to play in this Tosh tournament. We're going to look forward to seeing him back as Thomas pickpockets, carves his way to the basket and puts it in for a 13-point lead. The Indians are going to spend a timeout here, 33-20. You're watching the 49th annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic. I'm Christian McQuaid, with me is Ryan Wells, and we're going to take a quick break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back from the short break. When Minooka looked like they had a little bit of momentum coming in, St. Pat's grabbed that momentum and shifted back to their side of it as they are now up by 13. And up there pressing, which we know Minooka has had a hard time breaking all game. As Bisbee gets it across the timeline, that's just a terrible pass from Bisbee, and it will go back to the Shamrocks.
A.J. Thomas, number 11 points so far in this game.
Yeah, Thomas, Ryan's definitely one of those guys sticking out for Shamrocks right now as Breland's going to get a wide open look. You just can't do that, but Croak is there for the board. Croak's really been a stood out scorer for this team, but he's really not stood out in this tournament much, so he's definitely looking for his shot today as he now is up with 8 points. As the Indians have a hard time breaking the press once again, they finally get it over. And now just bodies flying. So here's an open layup. He gets fouled, so he'll go to the line for two. That's going to be number 13, Zane Caves.
St. Pat's definitely left them open over there. No one to guard him.
Yeah, Ryan, he was left wide open, which led to an open layup, but they had to foul. That's probably the right play, forcing him to shoot the free throws rather than giving him an open layup. First one's up and out. So McPartland, the underclassman, will check out, and checking in for him is going to be number 30, Nevaeh Hawkins, 6'7" junior. Hawkins and Breland, a big duo in this tournament, and they're both juniors. So we're going to see another year of them next year back in the Jack Tosh. As Davis grabs the second, here comes Croak. Croak finds Davis. Davis down low. Hawkins lays it up. No good. Couldn't get the friendly bounce as Minooka is going to grab the board. It's only down to a 15-point lead, so they're still technically not out of this ball game yet. That's an interesting pass. Find a way to break it. Great pass down low, and that's an easy layup for number 23, Wes Owens.
Looked like a football pass right there, but very good.
Yeah, Ryan, he jumped up and threw it with his left hand, so it looks like a quarterback directing traffic as Croak goes up, gets the basket plus the foul, and one, Harper Croak.
Minooka foul on 0, Ethan Martin, his first team's fourth. At the line to shoot 1, Harper Croak.
2 minutes left in this second quarter. We'll see if Minooka can close down this lead that St. Pat's has on them. Second one is no good.
Finally, get it across the timeline here. 15-point ball game. Wes open. Hamilton calling for a post-up. They're not going to give it to him. Here he drives. Hamilton kicks. Finds an open man under the basket. So that's Wes Owens' second basket in a row. Do the Indians have enough momentum to climb back into this ball game? Here's Thomas, finds Kroak. Kroak, back to Thomas. Finds Breland, that's a deep three. Ooh, Pump Fake's really looking for his shot as Breland. They need him to be the scorer. They finally get it to him. Back to Kroak. Kroak drives, coast to coast, lays it up. And that's going to be a charge. Wes Owens steps in, and Wes Owens really starting to create some momentum for the Indians.
St. Patrick foul number 24, Harper Krolak, his first, team's third. Minooka basketball at Borchers.
Break the press, Hamilton lays it up, no good, but Wes Owens is there for the basket. Do the Indians have momentum, Ryan?
I believe they do. They've closed down this lead a lot in the past about a minute.
And I feel like Wes Owens has done it all himself with 3 straight baskets and taking a charge. That's great performance to have off your bench, if you ask me. Shot.
Wes Owens really getting all these layups from some very weird angles, but he just gets them in.
Shot clock down 8 seconds. Breland's gonna launch. Wow, E.J. Breland knocks down another triple. Now at 11 points, tied for leading scorer with Thomas.
10 seconds left.
8 seconds now. They find a wide open man all around the horn. He's gonna have to shoot it. Someone as they launch at the buzzer, no good. That's gonna bring the first half to a close. St. Patrick 40, Minooka 26. Ryan, what do you think the Indians are gonna have to do here to come back into this ball game and give themselves a chance at winning?
I think they had to step up their defense, they're letting St. Pat's score a lot, and it's giving St. Pat's the momentum to just keep on going. They just gotta work on their defense and see what they can do.
Couldn't agree more, Ryan. We're gonna step aside for a quick break. I'm Chris McQuaid, with me is Ryan Wells. You're watching York Sports Network. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some Jack Tosh basketball. I'm Christian McQuaid. With me is Ryan Wells. 40-26 here in the south, or the main gym. Got Minooka versus St. Pat's. St. Pat's really leading the charge here so far. However, Hamilton will go to the rim, throws it up, and got it. Micah Hamilton now up to 8 points on the game. He's not up there in the scoring column yet, so it won't throw him up. Me and Ryan both checked the scoreboard at the same time right after he scored to make sure we were right. As here's a 3-ball, no good, and back to Hamilton. It's definitely the main force of this offense, I'd say, Ryan.
I would have to agree with that. He's had a lot of layups. Just a big guy down in the paint.
As there's a 3-ball, he got it. Now a 9-point ball game. That's from number 0, Ethan Martin. And that's gonna force a timeout to Coach Bailey's Shamrocks. Wow, what a way to start this first half, or second half off, Ryan.
Yeah, and Micah Hamilton's actually at 9 points, not 8 points.
Right, and if we look at the stats here, Minooka only shot 25% from 3, which isn't too bad, but they're going to want a chance against this very talented St. Pat's team. They're going to definitely have to shoot a higher percentage. Wouldn't you agree?
I would have to agree with that. They have got the lead down to 9, though, which is...
Yeah, and guess what it was with a 3-pointer. So those threes are definitely going to have to start to keep falling for the Indians if they want a chance here. Here goes Croak, gets it to Davis. Davis drives. Now around the horn they go. As here's a fadeaway, he got it! Harper Croak. Now an 11-point ball game.
Harper Croak now at 12 points, leading St. Pat's in points.
Davis calling, or Hamilton gets it down low. Pump fakes, throws it up, no good. Hamilton gets it to Bisbee. Bisbee now launches to his teammate. As Martin really looking for his 3-point shot. He really wants to step in and take one. Now they're just moving it around. Still moving it around the horn, down low, and a foul on Hawkins. So it's going to stay here as number 20 checks in, Jordan Freeman. Jordan Freeman wearing the Kobe Grinches. Those are some nice basketball shoes.
Some very nice shoes. What are your thoughts on the reverse Grinches?
I'm a fan. What do you think, Ryan? I really like that red with the green.
I do also. Very nice.
Especially being Kobe Bryant, you know. With him passing, those shoes have definitely gone up in price, really showing the importance and value of his performance to the game, just the overall game of basketball. I mean, everyone loved him. As there's a jumper, no good. Hawkins is there for the board. And that's just a wild pass, but saved. And Thomas has it. Croak finds Breland. Breland trying to create some isolation for his shot. Breland actually knocked down 9 threes in that first round matchup. It did take the loss, but he's definitely one of those guys to watch out for. As now checking in is Wes Owens. He had a little bit of a big impact in that second quarter. Helped them make that little push into making a little bit of a comeback, because we know they were down by 17 at one point. There's a 3 from Croak, no good. And back to the Indians.
I'm seeing a lot of pink shoes on the court. This is a fan favorite.
Yeah, those are the new Kevin Durant shoes. They're very popular in this tournament. Almost 2 or 3 guys on every team at least have announced has been rocking those. Maybe a little bit of a Christmas gift. As we know, Tosh is right after Christmas. Here's a 3-ball, that's up and in! Number 20, Jordan Freeman's got this down to an 8-point ball game.
Getting his first points on the board.
Here's Croak now. Going back to that 5-out look. Here's Breland. Great pass down to the wing. There's a steal! And the Indians got a turnover. And let's see if they can run the floor and make this even closer.
What a steal there by Ethan Martin.
Hampton turns it over. Here goes Breland. Carves his way to the basket and lays it up and in.
He's up to 13 points.
So here comes Hampton down the floor. Finds a man, that's Wes Owens. Wes Owens now turns it over. Here comes Hawkins. Hawkins finds Davis. Davis coast to coast, lays it up. No good, but Hawkins is there for the foul-up. Second time's the charm, no. And now just a lot of chippiness, and they're gonna get a jump ball, and it's gonna belong back to the Shamrocks. So McPartland will check back in. As I mentioned earlier, the only underclassman that gets minutes here for the Shamrocks. He may actually be the only underclassman on the roster. Not true, though. They actually have 3 sophomores and 2 freshmen, so they are looking very young. Bright future for the Shamrock squad and the Tosh as McPartland goes up strong and gets the nice finish over the star of Minooka, Hamilton.
Yeah, we'll definitely see St. Pat's in future years being very strong with a very young team.
As here's Hampton, he breaks the press, finds Bisbee. Bisbee gets trapped. They find it open. Owens. Owens out corner. 3-ball. Wes Owens. 3 is good for him. Minooka just won't go away.
Yeah, Minooka's really came back from halftime and then stepped it up. It's really have the momentum now.
47 to 46-37. St. Pat's Shamrocks leading here. This is the 49th annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic, Day 3, folks. Don't go anywhere. You're watching New York Sports Network. Hello, everyone. Welcome back from the short timeout called by Coach Bailey. I wonder what they have set up here out of that half. Probably went to the drawing board. I'm assuming they'll get a play for Crack or Breland. However, he's not going to take the shot. And they got the board. That's going to be number 20 for them. Freeman, who grabs the board as Hampton hits Bisbee. Bisbee looking for someone. He's going to finally get it back to Hampton. Hampton out to the corner. That's Wes Owens. He's been hot. Wes Owens off the bench with now 12 points. Now the lead only down to 6. And like I mentioned earlier, Minooka will just not go away.
This is definitely the closest it's been all game. 6 points.
Yeah, Ryan, they were down by 17 at one point.
Came back from halftime and stepped it up.
And this is where St. Pat's has struggled. When they're up by barely any points, they always seem to force shots. Hopefully their stars don't force one. They try to, and they create a turnover, but mistake by Micah Hamilton will force the ball back to the Shamrocks. That's what you cannot do. You cannot give a team like St. Pat's so much time after you make mistakes like that, because they will turn those mistakes into points. They find Thomas in the corner. Breland wants it back. That's a deep 3. No good from Breland as McPartland gets the board, and he gets it again and lays it up and in. Second time's the charm for McPartland.
Both teams here just looking for a win. They don't want to go home 0-3.
Each team is guaranteed 4 games of the Tosh, so pretty hard to lose all 4, but we know it has happened in the past as gets fouled there. Hamilton very happy and pleased with the contact of the Shamrocks here. Look at Hamilton trying to size up McPartland. They find Freeman for three. He got it! 5-point game in the Campbell Gym. Everyone stepping up for the Indians.
Yeah, we've seen Jordan Freeman 2 3-pointers since he's gotten in off the bench. Must be those shoes.
Oh, they got the block plus the foul and one for the young sophomore McPartland. To me, that looked like it was a charge, but the ref thought otherwise. I thought his feet was set. We're set.
RJ looking for double digits in points. Gets it. At 10 points now.
Here's a steal by the Shamrocks. Coast to coast goes Thomas, lays it up. And in plus the foul, so that's back-to-back and ones. Wait, no, they got a charge. One ref had charge, the other had and one. Looks like they settled with the charge, so Minooka gets a good stop here and a chance to get this lead down back to 5 or 6.
They're just looking to get back to that small gap that they had earlier.
They find Owens. Owens drives baseline. Back to Hamilton. Hamilton gets fouled, so he'll go to the line for 2. I've said this many times, but Minooka just won't go away. They will not go home empty-handed without a fight. As Ryan mentioned earlier, here comes number 10, Anthony Anderson for St. Pat's. He'll be checking in here.
The halftime speech must have been insane. He's never back down, never give up.
All right, Nick A30. Yes, Hamilton knocks the first one down. Ryan Wells sounding like a Fortnite live streamer. Nick A30. Not sure why we're quoting him.
It's a great quote.
It is a great quote, though. I don't disrespect it. And here's Hamilton sitting at 10 points, now 11 with the free throw. And man, his presence is really being felt here in the second half. Davis breaking the press, hits Kroak. Kroak. Here's Anderson, hits Breland. That's his shot in the corner for 3. E.J. Breland. No surprise, as we know he loves the 3 ball.
E.J. Breland up to 16 points, leading St. Pat's.
Wow, a 3 ball. Hampton knocks it down and gets it back to a 6-point ball game.
EJ got a 3-pointer, then DJ just had to show him up.
Here goes Breland. That's a terrible pass, and that belongs to the Indians. Wow, the Indians have really climbed back into this ball game, Ryan.
Definitely stepped it up. Back at that 6-point gap. Gonna try to make that 3 or 4 right here.
This is the biggest possession of the ball game, to say the least, here for the Indians. They're really starting to take care of the ball and limited those turnovers.
10 seconds on the clock.
10 seconds, shot clock not in play. 7 seconds now. Here's Bisbee. That's going to go off Kroak's foot. So now clock now at 4.3 seconds. Minooka ball and a chance to make this lead possibly 4, possibly even 3. So maybe could make it 2-possession game, possibly a 3-possession or a 1-possession game here. They find Hampton. He steps into a wide open 3. Oh, in and out. But he gets his own board, and Hamilton's going to miss it at the buzzer. 54-48. Indians have cut this lead down. Don't go anywhere. We got ourselves a good ball game, folks. You're watching York Sports Network. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We got ourselves a great last quarter of basketball, hopefully. We got high hopes for some action here, Ryan, and a chance. Minooka has all the momentum in the world now, and a chance to make this lead a two-possession ball game on this possession. Having a hard time, and that's a terrible pass. That's kind of the story of the first half for the Indians, just a lot of turnovers. I feel like if you're a coach, you cannot have guys in that turn over the ball, especially on big possessions like that. Not sure what Martin was thinking on that pass. And Kroak hits Breland. This is where E.J. Breland starts to become a factor, folks. He always has that X factor in the fourth quarter of this tournament. Wouldn't be surprised if he has it here in this ball game. Here it is, Breland, pump fakes. Here's the three ball. No good.
That's his spot also. We've seen a lot of three-pointers from there.
St. Pat's to that 1-3-1 defense here. Great offense moving the ball. Here's a three ball, and he got it! That's why he's in the ball game, makes a turnover. Next play, answers with the three, and now gets the lead down to 3. Ethan Martin playing a great ball game for the Indians. Man, with this being upset, beating a team like St. Pat's, being a 3-10 team as Minooka, as Kroak knocks down a jumper, you know, he's gonna step up in the tough minutes, but boy, would this be an upset if the Indians somehow pulled this one off, Ryan.
Went from a down 17 to down 5 right now. Just looking to get the lead.
Around the horn to Wes Owens. He misses, but he's been great off the bench. He's played barely any minutes and has 12 points. As there's a pickpocket, here goes Bisbee against Kroak, coast to coast. Lays it up, that's too much. I think you gotta finish there, Ryan.
Yeah, it was a close one. He's overshot a little bit.
Davis for 3, nothing but net.
He's up to 14 points.
Yeah, Thomas loving his three-point shot in this game.
St. Pat's having a lot of high scores.
As Bisbee now has it. Finds Martin. That's another bad pass from Martin.
Seeing some arguing out on the court.
We're gonna have to pull Martin out of the game here with all those turnovers. He can hit his three-pointers, but turning over the ball the way he has really canceled out with that. He's played a great ball game, though. He's one of the reasons why Minooka is still in striking distance and this ball game is not over as Thomas drives, kicks. Around the horn to Kroak, that's a great shot. No good, and back to Wes Owens and the Indians. Here's Owens in the corner, pump fakes, drives, coast to coast, gives it to Hamilton. Up and under move, no good. Gets his own rebound, throws it up. Oh, almost got the and one, but he'll go to the line for 2.
We're back at an 8-point gap. And they're at the time they're at a 3-point gap. That's the closest they've been all game. Just looking to get the lead. Looking for a win here at Jack Tosh tournament.
Indians at 3-10, they would really love this win, especially coming against a very good 8-4 St. Pat's team who has not been good in this tournament, but had some tough matchups, you know, taking on teams like St. Ignatius. It's not the best matchup for them as Hamilton knocks down the second. Now back to a 2-possession ball game. So Freeman here in the trap was along with Hampton. Kroak finally gets the ball over the timeline for Pats. Thomas trying to step into a three-pointer. Hits Breland, that's a 3, that's his shot. And he's gonna knock it down. He's just too good from behind the arc. There it is again. So 62-53, Pats leads as here goes Hampton down the floor. Finds Owens, Owens drives baseline, kicks to Hamilton, Hamilton spin move. And it's gonna be a foul on McPartland.
EJ Breland up to 19 points now, looking for the 20 bomb.
Here's a three-pointer, it's up. And, oh, in and out. Wow, that would have been a big three-pointer.
Rolled around to the rim.
So here goes Breland looking for his shot once again. Thomas hits McPartland. McPartland posting up. Hits Croak. Croak back to Breland. Breland launches a deep three. No good. And back to Owens.
It's usually a spot right there. Just need a little bit more power.
Hampton steps into a three. No good. Owens gets on the floor, but it's poked away by Breland. Breland's got numbers. Down the floor, coast to coast, lays it up and in. Wow! I told everyone at the beginning of this quarter, this is E.J. Breland's quarter to go off, and he's just been all over the offensive and defensive side of the ball.
He was looking for a three-pointer there, and then he thought about it, and then just decided to go up for the layup.
This is where Minooka desperately needs baskets from here on out. McPartland's going to foul, and that's going to be his third. So Hamilton will head to the line for a pair.
Really close game here. 3 minutes, 38 seconds left. Minooka just looking to get back up there and get tied up, get the lead.
And Minooka's going to have to score basically from here on out if they want a chance. They've got to get the lead down to single digits before the 3-minute mark. So this free throw would do just that. Now they take out the underclassmen, and McPartland, and St. Pat's goes with an all upperclassmen look. Probably good for the experience. So now the lead is down to single digits. Hamilton's been fantastic with 15 off the bench. And here comes Croak and his Shamrocks. They desperately need a basket to close this game out. Thomas lays it up and in. Wow! Athletic, high IQ move from Thomas.
I'm definitely confused on why Mika Hamilton didn't start in this game, as he's the leading scorer for Minooka, getting a lot of the points. He's been very spot on with his free throws. Just big guy down there in the paint to get the layups.
Of course, Ryan, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was confused why Hamilton was not in that starting lineup. You know, being the only guy from the Jack Tosh tournament returning for this Minooka Indians team. And 66-55, Shamrocks lead. This is the 49th annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic. I'm Chris McQuaid. This is Ryan Wells. You're watching York Sports Network. Hello, everyone, and welcome back from the short break. Minooka made a push to get this lead down, but it's been all St. Pat's since, as they had it down to 6 at the end of the third. Minooka needs to start knocking down some triples. As Hampton's looking for his three-pointer, they hit Freeman. Hamilton goes down. That's going to be a foul on Pats. Now walking into the gym, Grantis Akanis, one of the Andrew stars who went down. It's a lot of drama. That's why Andrew's been struggling a little bit in this tournament. As Akanis got hurt, he's their best player. As Croak goes up, can't get it. Hawkins, wild pass, back out to Thomas. Thomas, back out to Croak. Now they're just going to reset the shot clock at 29 seconds. Why rush a shot when you can milk the whole clock and get a best look possible? As Croak puts his head downhill, and he's going to go to the line for a pair now.
As we've seen, St. Pat's has been in the lead this whole game. and they just kept it the whole game. So looking for their first win.
Thomas misses the first one.
Second one is good. Ethan Martin will be back in. Hopefully we can see one of his three-pointers here.
For sure, Martin one of the only reasons that Minooka has a chance in this ball game is Hampton draws a double team, finds Martin. Martin really looking for his shot here. They're gonna need him as Owens now getting trapped. Back to Hamilton, who lays it up and all the way around the rim and no good. That ball now belongs to St. Pat's here. Pat's gets across half pretty easily here as Thomas gets to Kroak. Kroak now over, swinging the ball around. Finds a wide open Hawkins who lays it up and in. 6. Hawkins is standing at.
Hawkins getting his first points here in the game.
The 6'7" junior Hawkins really has a big impact felt in this ball game. Not just on scoring, because he's not been the biggest scorer today, but a lot of rebounds, a lot of nice passes, and big basket actually to keep this lead to double digits.
Yeah, we'll see him next year in the Tosh when he's a senior. Hopefully do some good stuff.
Yeah, so we'll see Breland, Hawkins, and a few guys like McPartland and a few of those really talented guys on their bench as Crack puts his head down, lays it up in it. No good. Hawkins, however, grabs the board and Wes Owens takes it from him. Now, Wes Owens, will he pull a three? I'm assuming he will. No, he settles it down. Here's Martin, finds Hampton. Martin's open, got to get him the ball. He's a shooter. That's deep. No good. Kroak grabs the board. A minute and 22 seconds remain. They find Breland in transition. You cannot leave him open, but high IQ play by him to slow it down and waste some time instead of rushing a shot. It's now going around the horn are the Shamrocks as Thomas tries to draw a foul, and he will. Martin.
I like to point out number 21 for St. Pat's, Ninu Nathan, may have 0 points, but he's been a very big player for their team, passing the ball around, just getting his teammates open and getting them the ball to shoot.
Yeah, Nathan Nano has been great all game as Hawkins now posting up, kicks Kroak. Breland now has it. Will he fire a three? No, he won't. That's smart IQ play again by him. He usually likes to pull the trigger, but if they have plenty of time to hold the ball here, no reason for it. That's a way better shot, but he's not going to hit the shot. So here comes Martin. Pickpocket by Davis. And here comes showtime from Hawkins. Get up there, big fella. Are you kidding me?
What a dunk. I mean, they're up double digits in points, but he's had to do it to them. 30 seconds left in this game.
Owens misses a three. This game feels a lot closer than what the score is showing. Does not feel like a 14-point ball game in this gym. Lead was only down to 6 going into this fourth quarter, but St. Pat's really wanted to prove that they are a lot better than this Minooka team.
We're going to end the game here. St. Pat's 71, Minooka 57. Great game from both teams.
Yeah, great game. As St. Pat's took the big dub.
Minooka really hung in there, just didn't stop trying. They never gave up. And even though they were down the whole time, they just kept on going, just wouldn't let that gap get too much.
Thanks, Ryan, for summing up the game. I'm Chris McQuaid. With me is Ryan Wells. That was the first game of the day here for day 3 of the 49th annual Jack Tosh Holiday Classic. We got more action coming up, so stay tuned for the tournament. I'm Chris McQuaid. Ryan Wells aside me. Thank you to all who's tuned in today. You're watching York Sports Network. score. EJ, tell us how you guys got it done today against the Minooka team that cut the lead down to 6 at one point. What was going through your team's mind, and how did you guys get this dub?
You know, they made a good run, a good punch. We just tried to stay within our game plan, not try to get too crazy about it. Just trust the game plan. We just withstand their hit. We stayed in and we just hit back. That's it.
And right, with that 1-3-1 defense, you guys really picked that up in the fourth quarter. What did you guys do, and how did you guys step it up? Like on the defensive side of the ball, what provided those turnovers, and how did you turn them into points?
They started making a lot of threes, so we just tried to put a lot of ball pressure to speed them up, and they was pinpointing a lot of passes to stop that. You guys just pressure the ball, and they got frantic with the ball and started turning it over.
All right, thank you, EJ. Good luck further in the tournament. Well, you heard it here from EJ Breland, folks. St. Pat's comes out with the dub. Thanks for everyone who tuned in. I'm Chris McQuaid. Thank you for watching York Sports Network.